You came to the right place because I'm going to teach you exactly how to obtain huge, thicker forearms and wrists rather quickly. Bigger forearms and wrists make you look powerful and dominant, making you look like a man. So how can you grow bigger, thicker wrists? I'm sorry, but there's not a whole lot of growth that can be done in your actual wrists. There are only two bones in here, your radius and ulna, a few tendons, a small amount of muscle, and skin. There isn't really much growing that can be done there. I'm sorry, but there isn't much you can do to grow your actual wrists if you were born with small wrist bones. However, there is a lot of muscle that could potentially be built right here, a little higher or, I guess, lower in your forearm. You have your short flexor muscle, your long flexor muscle. And then the biggest one, the brachioradialis, which goes from your bicep down into your forearm. The muscle you grow won't seem as amazing if you have particularly large bones. But it will be much more animated, rounder, and bulbous, like a superhero or something similar, if you have smaller bones and joints. Don't worry, I'll show you how to develop your forearm muscles, which will make you appear more animated. And also cause some minor residual growth in your wrist and small muscles and tendons. In essence, there isn't much to it, you just need to train these four muscles like any other muscle. And if you reach hypertrophy week after week after week, you will notice growth and an increase in the size of your forearms. The first exercise is a simple wrist curl, which targets the long and short flexors in your forearm. Unlike bicep curls, where you curl a dumbbell and the actual bending occurs at your elbow joint, the forearm wrist curl occurs only at your wrist joint, completely immobilizing the actual forearm. The last exercise I share with you is the most effective in my opinion and my absolute favorite. And doing this couldn't be easier, just use this technique and you squeeze it as many times as necessary to feel the burn and pump in your forearm until you are unable to squeeze longer. This will target your hand muscles as well as the brachioradialis, extensor radialis, and brachioradialis. The next exercise is the forearm twist, which you can perform by holding two moderately sized dumbbells close to your body while standing with your arms shoulder width apart. When you rotate the weights back and forth, keep your forearms contracted the entire time. Because it's a slightly different motion to these forearm muscles. Rather than just compressing them as you do with the curl, you're actually kind of wringing out the muscles like a rag with the twisting motion. It's going to confuse muscles and activate those muscle fibers in ways they haven't really been activated before, so 3 sets of curls, 10 to 20 repetitions with typically 25 or 30 pound weights, usually works the trick. Finally, I'll share my personal favorite exercise with you, the side curl. Phil Heath, a former 7-time Mr. Olympia, is known for having legendary forearm muscles that are absolutely huge. To perform this exercise, grab 2 moderately weighted objects that you can lift for moderate repetition ranges, such as 25 or 30 pounds, and stand with your feet shoulder width apart. And unlike a regular curl, you hold the dumbbell with your thumb pointing up and curl it perpendicularly in front of your body. This is extremely effective because it targets not only your biceps but also the brachioradialis, which attaches to your forearm. The pump you get from this is insane, and as you perform it, you'll see the brachial radialis protruding. Simply genetics don't allow joints to grow that much, so if you have small ankles, that's kind of just how it's going to be. You can grow the calves but not really the ankles, same thing with your wrists, and grow the forearms not really the wrists. So hope you enjoyed the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, and until next time. Peace.